Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on a Monday, College Hoops Monday, opening day. And we have one lonely game at noon. Only the lonely. Mississippi Valley and Baylor. I mean, that's it. We couldn't get any other.
What a marquee matchup. I don't know what you're playing about. It's a marquee matchup. It's only a 45-point spread.
You can't have more than one game. I mean, you have Brescia and Mid-Tennessee State going. I mean, you couldn't get some more games here. A good standalone game for, the old 24 hours of college hoops on ESPN.
You're not betting Prairie View A&M versus Kansas Christian? Come on. That's a 50-point spread? Oh my God.
Is there a line on it?
Yeah, on a book called Stake, 49.5-point spread. Prairie View A&M is favored. And then MTSU is also a 49.5-point favorite versus Brescia.
Yeah.
There was one game. It was Marshall. Marshall is against one of those, Queens Royal. It's against Queens Royal, and it's a 4.5-point spread.
Yeah, Queens is a.
Are they a Division I now?
Yeah, so that's. I mean, yeah. Everybody's gonna grab Marshall. I don't know. I think Queens is the play there.
I'm not betting it. Not a chance. But I just thought. I Terry mentioned it last night. He goes, "Oh, Marshall's only this." I'm like, "Oh God, that's not a good thing."
Yeah, only that.
Nope. Anyways, have fun.
All right, so let's get right into it. So, College Hoops is here. I have like 26 games up on the site. I threw a 5-pack up. In the chat, you have a college basketball steal comes out. Tim rattled it down to $2.66 a day. Can't go wrong with that. Anyway, NFL 3-2 USA 26-24 in the chat, minus $10. Saints under. College football, NBA, passing hockey tonight. Again, it's college basketball, a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of focusing on that. And again, NBA, we pick or choose our spots. I had the Clippers last night. Was a loser in my premiums. And hockey, I'm just, I don't know. I'm interested in college basketball today. That's that. Last year, 255, 207 in video. Most people have been coming in midday money. It started back with the NCAA tournament like 2 years ago. A little preview show. And we went from there, and we had a great run. And people stuck around since then. College basketball, I don't know. I'm all right, college basketball. I think 550 wins last year on the hardwood. So we'll keep it going. Today, again, these lines, I loaded these up last night after I did the show with Tim for look at lines and a little bit of college basketball stuff. So if they've moved. There's way too many games between still betting them and stuff like that. So I'm going off these numbers. Again, maybe slightly different. It is what it is. I apologize. And with college basketball, listen, the lines are all over. I got good numbers. I got bad numbers. I put stuff up the other day. We're talking about on Thursday and Friday last week. I got, I personally, when I put out Weber a couple days ago, was 10.5. Now it was 14 last night. So again, not the best of that one. But on Cal Baptist here, it's 4. I got a 2.5 on it. So it all depends. I don't know. I say, for me, if I like the game, I bet it. I think it's going to win either way. If I got a dog, I think it's going to be there. If a favorite, it's going to get there. I really don't worry. Although, like with the college hoops, you're usually not betting, with the exception of the NCAA tournament, betting way out of whack days ahead of time. But, some of my numbers, I got good ones. We've moved better. It is what it is. I don't know. It's a good learning experience for your numbers if you're a bettor and you think you just, instead of just following, you open up the paper or whatever, or your phone and see what the line is. If you kind of come up with your own kind of number, think where a game should be between two teams, it's helpful. So there's that. We're going to get in the chat because I'm sure it'll have some questions. We'll see. Maybe there's no questions because there's none. There's just my 7-day steal and the Miz is here today. Good morning. Fort Wayne plus 15.5. Let's we're just rolling out names for me to go.
No, that's against Michigan.
I know it's against Michigan. I got Michigan. You know, Fort Wayne's good. Fort Wayne's supposed to be the beast of their conference. I understand. I'm a little high in Michigan. I kind of like Michigan's club. If you're taking all the plus monies, I'm gonna say sure. I'm a big dog guy, especially early. November, December for me is usually my really good months. I usually kind of get a good feel on these teams, and I think you have an edge. Well, you used to have an edge. Now, last couple of years with this rolling around all over the place with sports betting, it gets a little tougher. I'm not gonna lie. When people say it's easy, it's a bunch of BS. Okay, Columbia. I like Columbia. I mean, that line's down at 19 against Rutgers right now. That's a 19. Holy cow! It's 23 last night. Murray. Who's the Murray Racers playing? You got to help me with these, Miz. I mean, Townsend. I like Townsend's team. So you got a. So you got a. All right, so 13.5 Murray. I have no idea what they're going on with. Townsend is 16.5. Okay,
Murray's
I got
against St. Louis.
St. Louis. St. Louis. The Billikens are supposed to be pretty good this year. That's a no one for me. Murray's coming in. Right, they've left. They're in a new conference too, so they got a new little racket for them. Townsend, I like. I bet Townsend at what do I got here? 14.5 and 15.5. New Mexico over. I like New Mexico. That line opened at 4. I could not. By the time I wrote it down and came back to it, it was up to 6. So I missed that on Thursday or Friday maybe. Totals. Man, you got to really be on your totals because they take off in a hurry. I said, was it yesterday? I was talking about that Memphis going under Memphis Vanderbilt. It was like 143. I think I saw it was like 137 or something. What is that? What is that SEC? Where's the SEC? $138 now, and it was because I remember we were talking about it last night.
I see 139.5 on my book for Memphis and Vandy.
Yeah, it opened at 142. It was a 142 opener. Again, I didn't totals. And I throw out a lot of games. If I throw out the totals that move and where I think I'm at, my 20 games today would have been about probably 77. Go look at a live total screen and watch the changes. Like I'd rather just take my shot on the sides. Good morning, Mike. How are you? I got a bad number on Weaver. Yeah, so did I. I got it early. We'll see what happens. We'll see. You never know. Here we go. South Dakota State. Jackrabbits. That was our team here, Groovy. That was our official midday money club from 2020, whatever it was. We started 2021 in the summit. Them and Oral Roberts. They were our guys.
Yeah, South Dakota State today. At least I'm on them.
First half full game. First half full game under and the Ravens. I know people are down on the Ravens. The line's moved. And I got the Ravens at 3 last week. I thought the line would go up, and then you have a couple guys, go out. You lose your running back. Edwards out. Listen. I got the under here in the chat. Baltimore to me is still a good team, and like I said here, we got Andy Dalton. Next week he's playing the Steelers. This is a team they kind of know what Andy Dalton's about, right? Ravens played Andy Dalton, and am I high on the Saints? I'm not high on the Saints. Cavaliers money line last night. I know it's square. Both teams on back-to-back. Clippers have not beat anyone. I had the Clippers playing today. I didn't even pull up the NBA today.
Everybody's playing today.
I mean, the Clippers played last night. I had them. Loser. Again, NBA. Do what you want them. NBA. I'm not.
Everybody is playing today because nobody's playing tomorrow because the NBA wants everybody to go and vote.
Oh, interesting. All right.
Yep.
Just take UAB minus 13 in the first half. The Blazers. Who are we playing here? You can't just roll out a team with that. I don't know who they're playing. I don't know. There's 100 and 90 games, Don. Sure. I mean, if you like it, go for it. I have nothing to do with it. I have no idea.
Versus Alabama State. 306,556 if you want the rotation number.
306,556.
Yep.
All right, I got this number at 28 for myself, and he wants to do what, first half?
Let's see, what did we get it at? UAB. We got it at 23.5 for me and Nick's numbers, so we did not bet this game.
I think UAB should win. Yeah, I mean, I like UAB. Did I bet it? No. I mean, everybody loves to roll with the faves. They go into these off-the-board added games. You see big numbers like, oh, look at this. They're playing Florida, North Florida Ospreys versus Gonzaga. You know what? Going to lay these huge numbers. I don't know. If you want to go first half, though, Don, I'll agree. My numbers say UAB should win this one. Markel's here. Good morning. Vandy money line 8 o'clock versus Memphis. Yeah, I kind of like Vandy. I'm fading Penny Hardaway. I want to take the Spurs here, plus points home versus Nuggets. Nuggets crushed Spurs a few days ago in Denver. Yeah, that was a big blowout there. Again, NBA. No, thank you. Took plus 40 Mississippi Valley versus Baylor. I just had to.
Man, you got a bad line. It went all the way up to 45.
Me and Tim were talking about this early game. I was like, well, you kind of look at the under here.
Yeah.
But, and then we looked at them playing St. John's. They scored 160 in that game.
Well, you're about 15:50 left in the first, and it's 8-2.
So easy under so far.
No, I wouldn't say that. I want to see what the score is at halftime. I'm hoping to see like 40-12 and move on. This one's gonna be a blowout. It's not gonna be close. Baylor will have their backups in. Hell, that might have a cheerleader in at the end. The way it's gonna get.
So what you're saying is Mississippi Valley outright today, 51-50.
I'd be all right with that. I was joking around with Nick on the stream today because we went over that game. I'm like, ooh, I could put Baylor minus 15,000 up on the site. Let's do it. Let's get a win. He goes, no. Man.
That would be – can you imagine doing that? Put it up for
if
sale.
you put that up, all of a sudden we get a text from Craig. Hey, why did you put a minus 15,000 on the site? I just wanted a free win.
Just put it up.
Yeah, and
sell it.
Like, well,
sell the pick for $19.99.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to put it up as like a free play or whatever. And it's like, wow, if Mississippi Valley somehow wins, all of a sudden you're down 15,000 to start the year. It's like, well, I'm done with college basketball for the year.
I mean, seriously.
Oh God.
Anthony, I meant to call you this morning. I just got sidetracked with a bunch of stuff, but I apologize for that. I just mentioned earlier. I said everybody's home. It's complete chaos here. They don't know I do things during the day. Anyway, no Latimer for the Saints. So pass defense. Kenyon Drake's a fine running back. I don't mind Kenyon Drake. I sort of like the guy. Again, Edwards being out. Mark Edwards is the big target. But I don't know. That guy likely kind of filled in the other good, right? Isn't likely their other tight end, the youngster over there? Lock it in. Ravens, New Orleans under the 47.5. Yeah, I mean, I like the under. I'm with you. That's what I got. I got 47.5, and I bet it the other day. So,
man, I've never watched a Mississippi Valley State game before. They suck. They've had 3 turnovers by travel in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
this is disgusting.
Come on, they're playing a top team.
No. That's fine. But 3 travels in 5 minutes? Are you kidding me? This is borderline hilarious.
All right, so we got Seattle and San Diego here. I got it up on the board. Yes. Let's see. Seattle crushed these guys last year. I kind of like the little Seattle Pilots. Let me I'm just looking on the regular matchup page here. Let me get the rotation number to pull up on my number. 735 here. So I got this right around 4-ish. So, there's no super duper edge. I mean, I lean Seattle here. Didn't bet it on my ticket though. Eric's on the Saints. Eric's been taking the dogs. He's been doing pretty good. Dogs have been taking care of business. Likely is nice. Have anytime TD plus 180. Yeah, worth a shot. I thought about throwing in some anytimes today, but I added a bunch of college basketball. Obviously, you can see there's games there, and the Saints game. I didn't add. I try to keep it so it all fits on the 200 count. Although I could have probably got rid of NBA and NHL and added a player prop, but I don't put the player props into the mix of our records. That's more of people ask. I'll tell you if I agree or disagree because I'm not a big player prop guy. I don't bet player props. Taking Jacksonville plus 19 versus the mighty Dukies. Yeah, I thought about taking that. Like, all right, Duke's got their usual one and done NBA guys, but you got a new coach. Maybe they kind of struggle a bit out of the gate. Say what you will about Coach K. He's, not that he's a calming influence, or everyone put it. Maybe Jack's hangs a little tough here at Jacksonville. I thought about it. Back in the day, you'd have these lines at 19. It was like first round NCAA tournament games. The one seeds, they were like big faves, 40-point faves. Now they're in the teens, 20s. Like this game here, I mean, normally, it's not even normal anymore. 20 years ago, even when guys weren't one and done players, this line would be 36, and Duke would win this game 77-35. It wouldn't be close. Like now, you got a bunch of guys come in. Nobody can shoot free throws. Nobody knows how to hit a jump shot. They want to fire threes, dunk the ball. You got a young team like Jacksonville. They're going to play sound basketball, right? How are they going to beat Duke? One possession, get a rebound, no second chance points. So it's 19, huh? I thought this opened a little higher. Or let's see, 306,527. That's what I got. Right around 19, 20 points. So is that what the line is right there? Thoughts on Tulsa, Oregon State, last game on the board? Yeah.
Oof, midnight special.
They're going the old little late night bailout play here. I kind of want to say take Tulsa, believe it or not. What do I have this number at here? Basically, I got it at like Oregon State 1 or 2, kind of close. Everybody's bet Oregon State. If I could get that 3.5, I'll take Tulsa. Mason Auburn. I bet George Mason. I got 12.5 with George Mason. Tooch is in the house. Go find Tooch on Twitter and YouTube. Does a little show. Jets. Yeah. Well, come on. They're Jet fans.
I'm a Jets fan. Nick's a Giants fan.
Same difference. Two front running New Yorkers.
By the way, after the game yesterday, so I checked the odds for the Jets to make the playoffs.
They're like 80% to make the playoffs.
Bills before the Bills game plus 240. Afterwards, now it's a pick 'em.
Yeah,
for the Jets to make the playoffs. Man, we could possibly have the first Jets playoff game since Mark Sanchez.
They were good teams.
I'm ready to lose in the first round.
The Sanchez, they had good teams. They were good teams.
It was a good defense.
Yeah, they couldn't get that offense going.
No.
What else? Is that it? Is that it for Money Monday? Not many people around? So be it. If not many people here, I don't mind. Because honestly, you could still look into some college basketball. And not just a bet. Again, I'm not betting more games. They have 26 games. But you could always dig a little more just for knowledge. I mean, tomorrow you have 8 games, which isn't terrible.
I'm ready to bet Mercer tomorrow.
Yeah, I told you Mercer. Jackrabbits versus Akron. We know Tim's loving the Jackals here.
I have them as a 3-point favor, and they're a 4-point dog.
I like the Zips. I'm a zip guy.
Oh, we'll
Give me
be
the
against
rubber
each other.
zips.
That's fine. I'm all right
It
with that.
happens. Yeah.
By the way, MTSU already up 19-4 on Brescia.
Butt
And
fumble.
then
Yes,
that
the
game
butt
doesn't even have
fumble.
a line yet.
The butt fumble game.
Yeah, it's the butt fumble.
What's the Siena line?
Let's go look it up. Control.
I got Siena 1.5. What is it now?
Siena is 3.5, minus 3.5 now.
They must know. They must know we got Siena.
We got Siena minus 1.5. Let's get it.
After I hit the Powerball, I'm opening up a sports book. There you go. You'll be able to, after, I think the cash payout on that is going to be about 800 milli off of that billion or billion plus. With, my last ticket said on a 1,200,000 or 1,400,000, the cash payout was 760.
Yeah, I believe once it hits a certain spot, it's like you'll lose like 26% or something with taxes.
Yeah, that's why.
You're losing a quarter of it, but still, that's a crap ton of money.
Whatever. The government's a bunch of thieves.
Hey, the difference between $1 billion and 700 million is nothing to me. But that would be like that. It doesn't matter. You got all that money anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I
could say my unit size would go up.
I was like, oh, you give it away. Like, I mean, really, after like 50 million. I mean, I maybe not 1 million anymore. $1 million's not a lot of money. The way interest is, but I mean, you have 10 million. You're set. You're set up for your kids the rest of your life. As long as they're not wackos, you should be able to survive. I win $1 billion. I'm running for president. I told my wife, I said, yeah, I'm running next year. Running for election after I hit this Powerball for.
I'll vote for you. Higgs for president. Let's get it.
Be great. The Ohio State University minus 20.5. Who they playing here?
Oh, we have Ohio State too. Hold
on. Robert Morris. Here we go. 609. Robert Morris.
Unfortunately, we got it at 22.5 or whatever.
It's at 20. I mean, I got this at like a 22 anyway for the line. I know it's come down.
What did we have it at again? Because I know we have slightly different numbers. We have it at 26.5. That's why we went after it.
I mean, it looks. Listen, Robert Morris isn't a good club.
No, they're not.
But I'm not. I mean, you can bet. Here's the thing: you want to bet 100 games today? You could. You could make it. You see the big schools versus all these small little guys. And Robert Morris is now in Horizon. It's not like they're and they had a bunch of Horizon League school now. You want to take? We talked about Duke. I mean, you want to talk about Nebraska playing main lane 20? I don't know. That's just a pass for me. How many starters back for South Dakota State? I'll let you know in a minute. South Dakota State has, I want to say 3 guys back. Yes, they do. 3 guys back. 3 starters. So the Jackrabbits, they're 3 guys back. But I don't know. I'm a MAC guy. I'll go my Akron. Take my Zips there. Northern Kentucky and to win the conference Horizon. Did I say who did I pick for the Horizon list? I think I went Youngstown to win. I think I went far. NKU's good. 4 starters back. Penn versus Iona. I like Iona. I like that team. I like the coach. They're always tough. I know Penn is not a terrible Ivy team, right? That's something like they're.
You had Northern Kentucky plus
Northern Kentucky. Okay.
Yep. I wanted to look it up for you. Figure it out. Yes, you had Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Shoot, I lost your
listen,
phone.
Penn.
Oh, Penn. There you go.
Yep. These guys, they're the Ivy favorites. So you have Ivy versus the MAC extended AA MAC team here. I just I don't know. Give me the Patino bunch. And it's come down. I think it was like 6.5, 7. It's always bouncing between that number. This is actually a really good game. West Virginia. Mount St. Mary's. 525. Where's 525? Here we go. All right. So I got this at around a 16 clip. So we're laying what, 17? So it's right on my number. No thank you. The Huggy Bear, Bob Huggins. Should they maul Mount St. Mary's? Absolutely. Will they? I don't know. West Virginia. The problem with West Virginia is they don't know how to shoot. They have trouble scoring. Yeah, the attack's ridiculous. Would you take Bama 9.5 first half today? I say no. I say no.
You go against Longwood.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the rotation.
306, 575.
Yep.
Put your rotation numbers in so it's easier to find. Thank you.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like Longwood here because I have this at a. I got this at 20. Why is it down to 16? Like my numbers say Alabama by 20 plus in this one, and the line's at is it 16 right now? Is what I'm seeing.
Yes, 16.
All right, so listen, my number is one thing. Book guys, a lot more information than I have. I'm not gonna. No, I kind of want to say Longwood there. How does that look? Even in what world does Alabama laying not even double digits against Longwood in the first half look right for you? I mean, that is Longwood a no-brainer. Mattress Mac is the guy. Big parade. They shut down Fort Bend ISD, Lamar ISD, bunch of schools.
Does he get to be part of the Astros for the World Series parade?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Does he get a ring?
Probably. Memphis versus Vanderbilt. I like Vandy. I'm not a penny guy. No, thank you. Navy, William and Mary. The Tribe. What's the William and Mary line here?
It was 3. We have Navy. We like Navy today.
I know. I want to find the rotation because I got my stuff down
number.
On the board.
Navy. Rotation number 306, 515. They're a 2-point fave.
Here we go. 5, and that's what I got it at. I got it right out of 5 Navy here. So, I mean, you want to take Navy again? I have it at 5, but I would kind of lean to the home dog here. Princeton, 2.5 Hofstra. I kind of like Hofstra. I kind of like the Pride. I almost threw this out on the sites too. I wrote it down on my other sheet here. I got a bunch of games. And I got Hofstra Princeton. Here we go. Like I said, I got 26, and I got a bunch more I even looked at. I was like, man. Air Force, Bowling Green. Everybody's on Bowling Green here. Give me Air Force. Buffalo and Colgate. Colgate. Give me the Raiders. Yeah, the Hofstra game. I like Hofstra. Youngstown. We like the Penguins. Bowling Green money line over Air Force. Laying the 3. You're gonna lay the 140 there, I guess. I like Air Force. Took Manhattan. VC your first half under 63. I could do that, Manhattan. We were talking to Tim. He's like, I got that 11. It came out. That's what the line was. It was 11. Then it went to 16, and now it's in the 20s. Yep, that's what happens when you. That's what happens when people find. Well, here's the thing. No one knew Manhattan fired their head coach and their best player.
I didn't either.
Out and the other team. That's why the line shot up because
36% CLV. I'm ready for Manhattan outright.
Baylor up 5. I know I should have taken a 44. Bill, that's a kiss of death.
Only up 5. They just hit like 3 3-pointers in a row. They're up 15 now.
Yeah, I'll say I'll give you the 44 now because Baylor's going to win by 50. Don't say that's should it.
It's 25-10 at the moment. The live line's in the 137 to 139 range.
IUPUI team total under. Yeah, IUPUI is bad. Youngstown, James is agreeing with me. Yeah, 7-day package is up all the time. 7-day package is always up.
Or instead of doing the 7-day pack for college basketball, you can go and get the complete season pass. That's up on Higgs' website. $5.99, $100 a month, $3 a day, or use the code NFL. It's $4.79, which is $80 a month or $2.66 a day. And you're getting a lot of plays from either Higgs or myself.
Or do a 2-for-1. Little
I don't think you can do a 2-for-1 for it, but
no,
no, not for the complete season pass. It's one or the other.
All right,
but that's that. If you don't have $3 a day to bet, then sheesh. $600 for the entire season. You know Higgs is going to make you some money.
I always say with the pack, you have to get at least like a week. Me, anybody else, like Tim puts out a lot of games and they cover more NBA and hockey than I do. But all right, a daily, anybody can win on a day, right? I mean, you have a good day, you have a bad day. String it out for a week, for a month, 2 months, 6 months. NCAA football, Indiana, and the points. I don't even know who's Indiana playing. I mean, college football. What do we got here?
College football. I was about to say Indiana gets who do you call it today? Moorhead, and I'm on Moorhead, but football. Who does Indiana?
Duke has
Ohio State. Yeah, no.
I'm not interested. So Duke. Here's the thing with Duke. And I say this about Kentucky every year. They bring in it's the best recruiting class. They got 4 of the top 8 players, and now you got 4 guys. And in Duke's case, you have what? 2 of the top 5 guys, right? I'm sure they brought in top recruits.
They don't rebuild; they reload.
Yeah, but the problem is that you get guys who are ball dominant and never shared. Now you're coming into a team that has 3 other guys who are the best player in their state, and they want the ball all the time. So it takes time, and that's number one. That is why these lines are not 30 anymore, and they're 15 and 20, because in the past you'd have a senior, 2 seniors, 2 juniors. You'd have some kind of tier of who the man is, and you work your way into that kind of groove. I mean, now it's just a guy comes in, he's like, well, we're going to see who takes control. I mean, again, I do with Kentucky all the time, fading them out of the gate early. And James says he did. Iowa football, here we go. That football, I'm not worried about college football Monday winners, 150 football. Come on, Eric, get your act together over there. New Mexico, Southern Utah over to 166. F. Jeffrey Mayer. I said this. I like New Mexico here. I believe it was a 4 opener, and I wrote them down. I'm like, man, it came back. It already moved. That's why you can't. It was a 4.5. And again, I got this at like a 7. I thought this would be a higher number, and it kept moving up on me. I'm like, oh, that's not where I want to be. Total wise, I mean, I got this at like 150. So. 155. This is right where it should be, I think. No opinion on the total. St. Peter's, no, I wouldn't take St. Peter's. That team is gone. The coach is gone. The players are gone. Totally different team. Don't fall for that. That was Cinderella? Cinderella doesn't go back to the ball ever again. See you, St. Peter's. It's a nice run, Peacocks. Goodbye. Good night. Wake Forest. -5.5. Let's see who's Wake's got. Who's Wake? Wakey, eggs and bakey.
I know I have Wake Forest today too.
Wake's playing Fairfield here.
Fairfield, yeah, I got a -12.
Yeah, so this is a 12.5er against the Stags here. Fairfield.
It's still 4. Yeah, it's still 12.5. Or you could just grab the money line at -1,000.
I mean, Fairfield's a mid-level, MAC team, the long MAC. Couple, they lost 3 of their starters. They're not as, I don't know. I mean, Wake to me, I'm not a big Wake guy. I'd say no. Again, this is the same thing we were just talking about against Longwood. Like how and listen, I'm not putting Wake in the Bama category. Longwood's, I think, a little further down than Fairfield. But I don't know. I don't like these games. Not for me. Let me ask you, what draws you? I mean, because you got St. Peter's here, another smaller bunch here out of the metro. I mean, you in New York or you in New Jersey? You got a good feel on these teams? Like, what draws you to take these little guys? St. Peter's, lost their coach and 4 starters from last year. What could possibly drive you to take them here? I mean, did they? What's their recruiting class? Did they steal a bunch of guys from St. John's or Monmouth? Who they steal talent from in here that you want to lay? I mean, who are they playing? And I like NJ. I like NJIT. I forgot I didn't even bet this game. I want to bet NJIT. When it comes to doing first halves, if you're going to run to these kind of, I'm not. No, thank you. Not for me. Why did Utah State give up so many points? Do you have no business giving them a point? Utah State. What do they got? New Mexico? Is that what we're talking about? Out in the where's Utah State? Nope. Here we go. Utah Valley. All right, so Mountain West action here with Utah State. Let me see what I got here in my book of goodness for the Mountain West. I'll let you in on what I think of if I could find them, which I'm probably not going to be able to. So that's the problem with do stuff lines. People I'm not prepared, so we'll have to move on to that. I can't help you. Although Utah Valley, I don't know. Again, what's a 708? I'll just give you my random numbers here off the top here. I got this at 9. Again, Temple came through. What is this for basketball? No idea. I'm on Pacific or Stanford. I like Pacific. I'll jump on you with the Pack Tigers. Grand Canyon and Delaware. I like Grand Canyon. I bet them. I got them at plus 22. Delaware State, I have no idea who they're playing. I know it's a 9 o'clock game, but who they got? Virginia Tech. Again, what, 30? They're bad. Delaware State's one of the worst teams, but I'm not laying that kind of number. I'll take Grand Canyon, though. Siena Holy Cross, yes, I bet Siena minus 1.5, so I'm already on Siena. FanDuel, yep. Nothing in Jersey? No. Yeah, FanDuel's in New Jersey, so you can't bet any New Jersey games. Nothing. No Rutgers.
It's similar to, I think, in Illinois, you can't bet any Chicago team, college team at least.
Locked in Siena, yes. Temple plus Houston again. Temple. Is this football, James? I'm not talking about football. I mean, I know. Lehigh. Next Lehigh got.
Yeah, that Houston game was football.
Yeah, I've got the time for that. I got to find Lehigh now. I mean, I don't know. That doesn't help me just put out a team. Sure. Markel, you've been here. What? You can't put a time when there's with the exception of 3 games at 12, 2, and 2, every game starts at 7 or later.
Lehigh, 306, 569 versus the Cuse. They're 17-point dogs.
Yeah. Little people coming around with a little envelope in Bloomfield for the guys in Rutgers in a hall. Absolutely.
There you go.
Under Saints game. Yes, already bet it, Don. Already bet it. Ohio, Bobcats. Who are they playing? I don't know. Sure. Markel again. No, Belmont's not going to be what they were. They are in a new conference.
Ohio, it's versus Belmont.
New conference for Belmont. And this is a spot you have 2 teams like mid-majors who you kind of like to grab at different spots in the season when they're playing bigger schools. Opening up against each other? Nah. I mean, give me the Bobcats. I can't bet St. Peter's or St. John's or NJIT. Yeah, you're in Jersey. Grand Canyon, minus 6.5. Did I say? I said Grand Canyon 22. I'm thinking Gulf Coast. My apologies. My apologies to that. I think someone's mentioned Grand Canyon before, and I think I said Gulf Coast. I said 22. I think it was Gulf Coast. I meant to say Gulf Coast was plus 22. I got Marshall Queen. Yeah, lead Marshall. That's why Queen's outright. How? Yeah. Who's queen? Exactly. And then you're going to run and they're going to lose. I mean, that's a game. Again, who's queens? Looks real easy. Marshall in a route. Okay. Well, I mean, don't think that's going to happen. I'm trying to just find it on the board here. Was it 306, 538?
Well, at least it's up to a 5 now. It was a 1.5 last night. Marshall, Queen's outright, right? Yeah. Queen's Royal is in Charlotte. It's in North Carolina, and I had no clue who they were. Yep. It's in my state, and I have not a clue who they are. So that should say enough.
I mean, and now it's a 5. Like, again, KenPom had this at 1. It's a 5 because people are like, who the hell's Queen? I'm going to.
I might go and bet Queen. Should we be betting Queen?
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I get it on the site? Let's see.
Yeah, it's on the site.
I wasn't last night.
And Sacramento under.
Yeah, you can get on the site. Game? Queen outright plus 164, right? I'm not doing it, but
11:30 game here. Late game, 7:42 Euclid. This is a 23.5er. I probably lean. I kind of like the under here. Give me the under. And sidewise,
UCLA in a route.
Sac State. I mean, sometimes they cover as a dog. Sometimes
we have it as a 30, and it's a 23.
They're a dog coverer sometimes. Now, granted, that's conference play and not playing UCLA. Oh, Baylor's up 30 now. Yeah, it was just 5. What happened, Bill?
Yeah, 42-12. 5 minutes left in the Jesus. That Mississippi Valley, I think, has like 12 turnovers in the first half.
Vermont versus Brown. So the Catamounts, always the best team here in the America East, right? Brown is I think, more of a bottom kind of team out of the Ivy for me. You want to take the Catamounts? I'm not going to say no. Hold on. I'll tell you right now what I think of this game. What is this? What we got here? 306, 524. 306, 524. Again, I got this at a dozen. It's at a dozen. You want to do first half? I'm not going to say no to it. Problem, you do have, as good as they are in their conference, you're still breaking in. You have 4 new starters for the Catamounts here against Brown. And Brown is bringing back, 2 starters their own. So talent-wise, they're probably the same kind of clubs. Now, if you look at the long term here, Vermont's obviously a little better. And my question to you is, my last question, Vermont, St. Peter's, like these schools, why are you looking at these schools first halves, Don? I'm dying to know. Like, and, like the Longwood you're throwing there, at least that one I could see. You got Alabama, it's like Longwood, they should win that game by double digits. You're coming in Vermont, St. Pete's. Not even like a UCLA, not even a big name school. What draw you? I want to know. I want that show. I want the Don Pla. Where's that? Where's that show every half hour? I want to see that. Again, these are games I wasn't going to bet. I didn't even look at this game. It didn't even make my ticket. I went right past it when I'm loading up 26 other games. And I say it all the time. NFL, college football, basketball, college hoops, hockey, baseball. We could talk about one game, side, total, first half, under, over, and we could say, okay, we kind of like it for this reason. But on a schedule with 200 games, 150 which have lines on there or whatever, how did you come to these games? That's crazy. I mean, I hope they win. I'm going to write them down. I'm getting a pen out. If I can find my pen, which I don't have in front of me, it's probably on the floor. Tim, we got to remember these 2 games today. Vermont first half, The Longwood first half and St. Peter's first half.
Yep.
Yeah, looks Kim. I mean, again, you're gonna roll in and take Marshall, and then tomorrow you're gonna come here and say college basketball's fixed when Queens wins. You know, oh, it's fixed. You know, like
Realistically, are we taking Queen now, or
I might take Queen. Why is that line like that? It opened at 1. It opened at 1. I mean, this isn't. Listen, you get a, North Dakota State or something, like a college football team goes to play like Kansas or Arizona, like a bad team. You'd be like, you know what? James Madison for one. You've seen them kind of step up in D1. This is a team coming straight out of a lower school, a lower level, and maybe listen. We saw St. Thomas last year kind of compete a little bit when they came out of the lower seed to come D1. I don't know. That's just, to me, it looks fishy. And Kim, you've been here long enough. Whether it's a baseball odds or basketball, I see something like that. I'm going the other way or just not betting it. And if you can't not bet one game, yeesh. Anyway, here we go. Toledo, Siena, Cal Baptist, Weber, Merrimack, Columbia. Those are the games I put up here. These are games I bet all 5 of these games. I got another 20 of them up that I bet. There's a 7-day pass. There's a season pass. Comes out to $3 a day or less. And that's all sports. NFL, Saints under. I pass on the NBA and hockey. Sometimes I do that, and people complain. I got to put little notes in my memberships like, hey, folks, you're complaining there's no games bet last Wednesday, and I'm going to get emails today that I have 26 college basketball games. Well, who bets 26 games? Well, I do when you win. If I like it, we're going to bet it. If I don't like it, we're not betting that day. That's why you have 26 games one day. Tomorrow we're going to have 3. Maybe 3. I don't even know. Between there's only hockey and college basketball. Who knows? I don't like the MAC games tomorrow. Maybe lean a little Ball State. Anyway, all right, we're getting out of here. Have a good one, everybody. I wish we had college basketball all day. We don't have it, though. But back on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.